This wrestling episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are Nerd Corp Wrestling.
What up, everybody? It's WrestleCast Day.
Yeah.
My name is Eddie Lyon, and WWE's gonna have to pay me to stop revealing their secrets.
Yada I mean.
Yada I mean. Look at Jacob Fatu with that old Oakland shit.
Yeah, that was something serious, man.
With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
Slancha.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
getting it popping.
Okay.
I can fuck with that. All right.
And Merson.
Hey, man. John Cena is no longer the motherfucking peacemaker, dog.
or if anything, he's more peacemaker.
I was gonna say, like, that's some peacemaker shit right there. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you don't take it literally, then yeah.
if you're talking about the character, like the DC character, then yeah, totally peacemaker.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. What the hell?
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to our review of the 2025 Elimination Chamber. What a pay-per-view. Like, this
God
pay-per-view
damn.
caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, like,
hey, you know how I knew it was gonna be crazy when the girl from Canada was singing the American national anthem and they was booing her. And then when she started singing the Canadian national anthem, they started cheering and singing.
and
I
then
was like,
McAfee
yo.
complained about it the entire
He
goddamn
did.
time. Like, what a little bitch, dude.
How dare that fucker? I'm like, Pat, shut your ass up, man.
Like, bro, come on. They ain't booing you directly.
Right.
Chill the fuck out.
Right. Hey, man, it's them tariffs, bro. Just, like,
It's our dumbass government that they're upset at.
They mad at some tariffs, bro.
Which you should be upset at too, dude.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen a wrestling episode before, we go match by match, rating it 1 through 5, talk about the highlights, talk about who we thought was going to win, who won, and we rate the PLE as a whole. So we can just get it popping right now.
What up, though?
So we had the women's elimination chamber match, Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez versus Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Bayley. I thought Alexa Bliss was going to win.
I was right there with you. Yeah. Like,
yeah,
she's
I said Alexa
a fan fucking favorite. She's been gone forever. She's finally back. You know, they tend to be a pretty big fan of, you know, somebody who went out on top to just shove them right back in there, Charlotte.
Right. Yeah.
And so I totally thought that was the play.
So we started off with Liv and Naomi, and it felt weird to me putting them two together, like, because Naomi's usually not the type to be out in the forefront of everything. Like, she's usually like a background player. I mean, not knocking her, she's a great performer, and she's
definitely more standout than she was in the Funkadactyls.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man.
But then Jade Cargill comes out, and when we thought she was going to give Liv some work, we get a swerve and she goes after Naomi, which makes total sense now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is this? Why is Naomi up first? And then we figured out why.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill gets super brutal on Naomi, throws her against the pods, slams her against the cage, slams the chamber door, which causes her to be eliminated.
Just whoops her ever-loving ass.
Beat the piss out that woman, man.
And
the way they played that, man, the way Bianca's reaction, I think sold that whole segment. Right there. Bianca in there, she's stuck in the pod, like helpless, like, no, what are you doing? Like, that was beautiful, man.
She beat her dactyls funky.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my,
straight.
please. Okay, that's enough funkadactyl jokes, bro. You gotta cut the funkadactyl jokes, all right? Like, motherfucking Brodus Clay is a different. That's a different person now. You gotta.
Yeah. I think he's like a big right-wing podcaster.
He
We'd
is.
love we'd love to welcome you to our dad joke section of the podcast.
Yeah, here he is,
Just
ladies and gentlemen.
I thank you. I thank you.
So Bianca comes out next and tries to check on Naomi, which gives Liv an opportunity to attack her. Liv dominates for most of that time between then and when the next pod opens.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez comes out third. I feel like it was a good choice to have Roxanne as like the high flyer of the group.
Yeah.
Not only that, but because she's not a one-trick pony when it comes to her overall performance. Along with her like high flyer ability, she has this really aggressive streak which I feel you could only get being trained by Booker T.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I think that yeah, she's a great addition to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
I was becoming, just more of a fan of what she was doing while she was in NXT, and then you know,
Well,
I saw the big moment she was having. She's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Yeah.
And I just saw like, nah, she's a little different. Like she knows how to work things, and she has a lot of different facets to her game, and
I
I think
really
that's
hope
what brings
going forward
everything
they're gonna
forward. Yeah.
have her and Alexa Bliss
Oh
get
yeah,
into a thing because like that
I,
man, they would be so. I think they would play off
I
each
can
other
see it.
very
I can
well,
totally see it.
very
Yeah,
well.
for sure. I think they're like also kind of like the same size and stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything. I think they match up
They're
well.
both
Yeah.
super dynamic.
Yeah, I can see that. I like Alexa Bliss coming back too. Like her, I guess before she left, I didn't kind of appreciate her as much, but her coming
You
back
dumb
and
bitch.
and and kind of showing what she does, you know, I think she has a very unique type of offense and way of doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really, I
And
really hope they find a route for her because like
I
that was
would
the
enjoy
problem before.
I
yeah,
would enjoy one of two things, either or, both. I don't know. I would really enjoy her to either have a storyline that sort of weaves in with the Wyatt Six,
Mm-hmm.
or whether that's being a part of them or in some way, or fighting against them, like, nah, fuck you because you're not the same thing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
yeah, they've been teasing it for sure. I've been
Yeah,
seeing,
yeah.
when she comes out on Raw or whatever, and they flash the Wyatt 6 up there with the scary little,
Imagery.
VCR static and shit from the
Yeah.
Yeah,
90s,
yeah. Yeah.
all that. So it's cool. Like I think absolutely that's coming.
Yeah.
By the way, so just to sort of backtrack to what you were saying about Bianca, I found it kind of weird, honestly, that initially, I mean, yes, of course she's going to be aghast, at what's unfolding in front of her. But I also feel like Bianca's the type of person that would make her extremely angry and aggressive
Hmm.
instead of just like, oh, and,
Yeah.
and so I found that kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, I guess that kind of played out further. The
It did
further we get
eventually.
into the match, like you kind of saw the anger
I just
going
wanted
that
that
way.
anger to be displayed like while she's in her pod waiting and just like, you fucking bitch, I'm gonna kill you,
Yeah.
but
I
Yeah,
feel like
that's a nitpick, but
yeah.
see, and
Well,
then
you're a nitpicky little bitch, and we know that, man.
fuck
So,
you, fuck
yeah.
you.
like I enjoyed that segment. I enjoyed the emotion that came out of that segment, but I
Yeah,
also
for
I
sure.
also had it in the back of my head that like why didn't Bianca put two and two together? Like why didn't
Yeah.
she she's over here like why is Jade attacking Naomi? Like
Right,
why isn't she's like oh shit she's attacking Naomi because
right. I'm
Yeah.
with you there, Eddie. I
Which
think that reaction would have been a little bit cooler than
Mhm.
the other one. I mean, either way it went, like I
Yeah,
think
yeah, it
they
was
did a good
fine.
job.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I'm
But I,
super
I
excited to
like
see it
what
play
you
out.
would have did, what you said, Eddie. I think would have played out better.
Yeah,
Like,
her being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I
Like,
oh
what the fuck is
shit,
going on?
oh
Like,
yeah,
shit."
I am super excited to
why
see
my
this
sister
play
getting her
out.
ad whooped like
Yeah,
this?
yeah. And I am so here for Dark Naomi.
Oh yeah.
Heel ass
Was
Naomi.
that a
Like
racist comment? Because she's dark already.
how,
Derek, I'll beat the shit out of
how
you,
much
bro.
darker you want her to get, dog?
Bro, like, yeah,
oh
what the
my
fuck is you
god,
talking about, bro? Like, Derek, I will slap the pail off of you, bro.
god,
Like, nah,
you motherfuckers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was wide open. That was a
That was
fastball
funny.
down the plate, bro. I had
That
to hit
was
that one.
funny.
No, that was nice. I like that. I like that.
I had to do it.
No,
I
but
had
like
to.
seriously, like an evil just fucking heel Naomi. I
Yeah,
think she would
I think
be so fucking dope.
I think that
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
resurrect her career.
I think
Yes.
so, man. I
Yes.
think that's one of them.
She's due.
That's one of those who needs that,
Yeah, she's due
who
for
needs
it.
something like that. And,
Mhm.
the glow thing is cool, like all that is, but it's like there's only so far that you can go with that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the only way to add another layer to her at this point would be
Hmm.
for like an evil kind of takeover type of
Well,
thing.
and that's the thing too. Like I can understand being hesitant to do that sort of thing with certain WWE personalities. Like, Hogan took what, 3, 4 decades to
Yeah, to turn.
go
Yeah.
heel.
Yeah.
Yep,
And I
yep,
get that because he was the baby face. But
Hmm.
yeah,
there's absolutely no downside to
yeah,
taking somebody at Naomi's level and turning her heel. Like there's no downside.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
No,
fucking
yeah,
let's go.
yeah,
Speaking on the racist shit though, y'all notice that all the black wrestlers are turning heel?
yep. And
Uh
lost their titles in like
Uh-huh.
Black History Month, bro.
Hmm. The fucking
that's fucked. That is
What
fucked.
the fuck, dog?
That
fucking
is really fucked.
New Day,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Street Profits, now
Yep.
Naomi,
I
I'm
mean, Street
Yep.
assuming.
Profits, they went heel like a couple months ago though,
No,
really. I mean,
Well,
they just
no,
came
it
back.
it, it was kind of like
like
I
they
feel
were they
like
were they were with they were
but
following Lashley before he left, weren't they? Like
yeah, I feel like then it was kind of like it wasn't really like
murky.
set in stone. Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a gray area for them.
It was
And
a dark
then
area.
oh shit. Oh, shit. Man, Derek, you might as well be Elon Musk, bro.
No,
Like,
I don't have the gestures down.
oh man, yeah, don't
I
don't
don't I
practice that. I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
have the
say.
sending my heart out to you gesture down yet.
Oh man, this
But
goddamn.
All right, hold on.
Man, they're gonna
we
cancel
have
the shit
fun.
out
We
of us.
have fun here.
So Bailey comes out fourth. To me, it's starting to feel a lot more like Bailey's playing that locker room leader more. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like she's gaining that respect.
Yeah.
yeah,
She's like what like Steve Austin was back in the day,
yeah.
Yeah,
or
Well,
she's
shit,
she's
she's
almost
a 15-year vet, something like
yeah,
what
I
that.
mean
Too.
she's
She's been there
basically
for
a
a
locker
hot
mom.
minute.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, she's putting people over, like she's doing the thing.
yeah, she's been there for a hot ass minute, man. Like she's a seasoned vet at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah, I could absolutely understand why that role, why she would accept that role.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
After Bailey comes out, Alexa is the one that comes out last.
mhm.
Bailey's the first one to be eliminated, which I'm actually really okay with. Like it was
Yeah,
good to have her there.
yeah.
It was nice. She was
She
in there.
served she served the role in the match. Like I think she was. I know why she was there because she would
Yeah.
kind of be like
Yeah,
the
I mean
glue,
her
the
just
glue
being
of it all. Yeah.
involved, yeah, is legitimizing. Like
Yeah, the glue. She
totally the
really
glue.
is like that. Like I've kind of come to realize that, the past couple years, like she is like the glue to a lot of
Yeah,
shit. Like she can
100%.
like she can hold the title, transfer a title, she could just have a great match with somebody. Like
Yeah.
you got to put a little bit more respect on her name.
Around this time is when we got what I think was spot of the night. Liv was climbing up the cage and
Oh,
Bianca was on top of the pod,
Dude.
and
Oh.
she takes her hair and she whips her so fucking loud.
God. That shit
She
rang all throughout Toronto,
And
Canada,
you know
boy.
what? I bet it came as a surprise to both of them because I think that they thought when she whipped the hair that the cage was gonna just stop it, but it did not.
no,
That shit wrapped around and
that shit
caught her
wrapped
in the
around her
stomach. Like,
holes and lived
whoo!
little, so that probably wrapped around her whole damn body.
It did.
Bro.
It did. Like,
You
yeah,
know,
dude.
what I
Those.
think that was? That was Bianca's Django Unchained moment right there. You know what I'm saying? That was that because they lost the titles to Liv, Raquel. So she was like, my get back gotta be I gotta whip
Yep. Yeah.
Liv Morgan,
100%.
in the elimination chamber. And you know what I'm saying? I'll let it rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez was the one that was eliminated next. There was this one spot where someone reversed the KOD into like a reverse Rana type thing,
Mhm.
and that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
When Alexa Bliss got eliminated next, I remember I was talking to the both of y'all, and I was like, man, if we get Rhea and
Yeah.
Liv again, I'm going
Yeah,
to lose my
it's over.
shit.
It's over. Fuck
Yeah.
WWE. I'm like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I might
and
cancel
that's
Peacock, bro.
Yeah.
totally plausible because they love repeating rivalries, like as
Right.
if
They
anybody
love running shit
cares.
back like that. Yeah.
Right. The shit
Yeah.
that shit would have been so stupid, bro. Like to do that. Like they wore it out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like they damn near like it. I mean, to me, it was like okay, enough. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
to come back to that again, I would have been like, yeah, all right. Like what's going
Yeah.
on up here?
And speaking on Alexa Bliss, can we talk about how dope the name of her finisher is? The Abigail DDT. Because
Yeah.
it's not quite the Sister Abigail, because
Right.
when I was gonna say
Bray.
Bray Wyatt
Wade Wyatt.
Wade
Wade
Wyatt.
Different.
Wyatt.
No. No.
Wade Bryant.
But when Bray Wyatt did it, it was you grabbed you by the back of the head and brought you into like a
Mm-hmm.
complete shot type of deal.
Right.
When Alexa does it, she swings her arm behind you,
Well,
behind
and
the head.
I love that she
I like
starts
how
it
it
the
looks
same
when she
way
does it
and
too.
then flips around.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I like that.
I like how that looks too. Like it just looks so menacing when she does it. It's like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cool move and it's like
Yeah.
it fits like the whole thing, the whole package that she has, it works and it fits.
I just,
It's
Like,
a
I just, and
beautiful homage, and then it's her own thing.
the
yeah,
name of it all is just like the name is so cool to me. The Abigail DDT.
yeah.
Fucking whoever thought of that shit needs a raise.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Man, I gotta go back to Roxanne real quick because I really like believe that she was the MVP of this thing, bro.
Dude, she's a pit
Like
bull in there.
she's a
She
pit bull and
is.
like she's good, bro. Like I was thinking about that Russian leg sweep on Bianca that she
Hmm.
did against the cage. I'm like, yeah, like that's that feistiness. Like
Yep.
that's that like that's that shit that like all good women's champions have.
Hmm.
Well,
Is
I
that
mean, and
ability to go there, you know?
Hmm.
oh
Hmm.
yeah, and she hasn't even been on the main roster that long,
Yeah,
and she's already one of those
shining.
old reliables,
She's shining,
Yeah.
like
bro. Like she's shining.
just
It
solid as
really looks
fuck.
like she can go in there
Yeah,
with anybody
And they are,
exactly.
on
and
the
that's what they're
women's
doing.
side. And yeah, she's shining, man.
They're
Like,
putting her in there with everyone.
Anybody.
yeah, like
Anybody.
for example, I defy you to try that with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
defy you to try that with him. He can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
No.
He's
Yeah.
he's
No.
great at the things he does. He's a super fast study at spots,
Mm-hmm.
but like, yeah, you can't just put him with anyone and not have a fully rehearsed match and expect it to
Mm-hmm.
turn out great. It's
Right.
just
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you can 100% do that
Do
with
that with
Roxanne.
Roxanne. Yeah, like that power bomb to Bailey on the outside on the
Hmm.
steel.
Hmm.
That was good. Then she talking shit to her, like, you were never my role model. Like I was like, bro, like
He's so
just little
fucking dope.
little little details like that.
Oh yeah.
He's so fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, she's good, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
excited.
elevates it from
I'm
good to
excited to
great.
see her trajectory, man.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. She's gonna be she's a legend. Like she's a future legend for
Oh
I
me.
yeah.
think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give her like 5 years, like
Hmm.
she'll be here. She'll be a main event at WrestleManias and
Hmm. Yeah.
had title runs and yeah,
Mhm.
She's
yeah,
gonna be just as memorable as AJ Lee, I think.
Yeah.
yeah. I can see it, and I'm pretty sure that's one of her big influences too.
Oh yeah, they make jokes
I'm
about
pretty
that
sure
shit all the
yeah,
time.
she talks about it a lot.
They like make TikToks with CM Punk talking about when Dad is
Yeah,
angry
yeah,
at you.
yeah, yeah. All that. Yeah, I've seen all that. So Yeah.
Jesus.
What did you guys rate the match?
I gave it, what did I give it? 4.25.
Okay.
4.25. I thought it was fucking fantastic, honestly. And lately the women been showing out lately.
Mhm.
Leading up to this, like, I'm gonna just go rewind real quick. I was an episode of Raw. I think that was 2 weeks ago. It was Liv and Raquel in a tag team match against, I can't, who was they? Me and you were talking about it, Eddie. The match was phenomenal though.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Best women's tag team match I had seen in years.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Who
trying
was
to
that?
remember who the hell that was against, but the match was amazing. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, so yeah, where I need more of that, because the match was clean. Like every move was clean. Every spot was on point. Like they've been really working hard, trying to make this look better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it showed when they did this. I'm like, man, everything was crisp and the timing was great and everybody seemed to be in sync with the moves and what they were supposed to do. And it was like no wasted space. It was fantastic, bro. It was
See,
fantastically
I have
put
a
together.
I have a problem with Raquel right now, though, because and granted, I definitely missed a lot in the switch from, Hulu to Netflix. And so there's a pretty big gap there. And then also I've only been watching Raw. Um, but I who in the flying fucks idea was it to make Raquel Achola out of absolutely goddamn nowhere when her entire thing was what a nice, sweet, wonderful person she was. Like it's completely nonsensical to me. Like I
I
don't
don't know.
understand.
I kind of like the Chola thing better. I'm gonna be
Like,
honest.
but
Like,
see, if it doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute for me where I'm going from how kind and sweet she was to just on a dime, all of a sudden now she's this badass,
Well,
like sort of gangbanger chick. Like it just seemed like, did I miss something? Did I miss like
well,
a
she went out on injury for a
uh-huh.
while.
for a while she was sick. She had
Yeah.
the skin disease
Yeah, she
thing.
had
I
like a
can't remember.
psoriasis or something.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I forgot what it was. I don't want to be
and then
disrespectful, but yeah,
when she came back, she was the heel
It
Chola
just it
type.
just
yeah.
felt it just feels too random, and it sort of takes me out of the suspension of disbelief, the kayfabe. Like it just feels awkward. It doesn't land quite as well, I think.
I don't
Like
know. I'm gonna have to disagree. I like it. Like
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't.
I
I
think
mean,
it's kind of the same thing that I think it's a switch that she needed. I
I mean,
think that
it
the
could
other
be,
shit, sweet, nice, whatever shit
yeah,
she was doing. But you know what happens? Girls be sweet and nice, and then
sure,
shit happens, and they go through some shit, and they cry, and shit be
yeah,
hurting,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they
sure.
do fuck around on them or something, and
Uh,
then they turn
But see,
into
like
some, they get a little
seeing,
more turned up about it.
yeah,
You know?
but like it's. I think it's that you can tell that her true nature is this super sweet, nice person, and so it's hard for me to believe her as this like as this hardcore badass that
well,
is. I don't know. I
she's
don't know. It's
always
it's just weird for me.
she's always been a powerhouse though. Like it's
Oh
always
yeah, yeah,
been
Right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like
like
Absolutely, of course she has.
she was never like sweet though, I don't think. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Like
Out,
she
think
was
outside of the
yeah.
ring though, like
well, I
yeah,
mean outside.
100%,
Yeah.
1000%. But like to see her, walking around in do-rags and pleather pants, like it feels so chintzy and just
I don't know, man.
it
I
feels
think
to
you
me
just
like
being
they're
a
trying
nitpicky
too
bitch
hard.
again.
It feels to me like they're
I
trying too
think you're
hard.
being a nitpicky bitch again
I
because
don't, I don't think
I,
so.
I I like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
like
didn't.
when
I mean, I
girls
totally
switch it up
realize
and get a
that's
little
just my
attitude,
opinion.
and
I totally get that.
everybody's
Yeah, yeah.
entitled, you know.
But
But
like it feels supremely forced.
Yeah, I think
That's just my view of it. It just feels really, really forced.
I get it.
okay, right.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that I can't come around to it. And like I said, it not and I'm talking in kayfabe, but in
Yeah.
terms
Yeah,
of
right.
who she is as a performer, obviously no
Yeah, I
notes.
mean, I
Like
I feel like it ain't that far of a stretch just because she's always threw motherfuckers around
yeah.
Like she's
and
always been mean when it comes to being in the ring.
But no,
all
I
right,
mean,
yeah,
I'm
that
sure I'll
too.
come around to it. It just, for me, the fact that there was no lead into it, and yeah, she was on injury, I get it, but like the fact that there was no sort of like, oh look, things are changing. It was just, it's a very jarring switch to go from, what a good friend she appeared and what a good person generally she appeared to be out of the ring to I'm a chola now. It just seemed really, it was a jarring switch.
Sound like fucking Mario when you said that.
It's a me.
I'm
It's a
Batola
me.
now, motherfucker.
It's a
I
me.
feel
Chola.
I feel like that was more of the move that I did that gave that vibe, but
It's a me. Chola.
Bing, cha-ching.
All
Uh,
right, yo,
what's your rating, Derek?
Oh, I would go 4.5 because, fuck Ryan. No,
all
no. I no, I
right,
mean
keep taking shots, Derek. Go ahead. Take a shot. Go ahead.
no, it was really good. It was such a good match. Like the whole thing was just everything was fucking perfection. Like,
Yeah,
and there were some awesome spots. I
Mhm.
like the story was great, and it wasn't fucking Liv. So
Yeah.
which
thank God.
which I hate. Because I fucking love Liv. I
Yeah.
love Liv,
Mhm.
but they beat that story like a goddamn dead horse, and I'm over it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Which sucks for Liv
she
for
just
the
won the
next
tag.
six
She just won
months.
the tag titles,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
after
true.
being
So I
women's
guess,
champion. So like,
yeah,
yeah,
so it doesn't.
she's
I
good.
mean, it doesn't suck for Liv.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I,
yeah,
I was really stoked about the whole thing, and it was really cool that not only did they open with a women's match, but did it back to back with another women's match. I don't
yeah.
think I've ever seen that in WWE. I mean,
Mm,
maybe somebody can correct me,
I never thought of
uh,
that.
Check
but
us in the comments. Yeah.
I've
Check us in
never
the
Yeah, yeah,
seen that.
comments.
yeah.
I've never seen that.
Tell us
Not
we're
in a
fucking dumbasses in the comments.
not yeah, not in a PLE, not in a Raw or SmackDown. Like I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever heard of that,
Yeah.
right.
and
If we're
that's
wrong,
fucking
if we're wrong,
sick.
let us know in the comments. Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments that we're wrong. But I have
Eddie,
I have yeah.
did you give your rating,
No,
Eddie?
I didn't. No, mine's
Okay.
a 4.30 because fuck the both of y'all.
I don't think that's fuck the both of us. That sounds
Hey,
that
look
sounds
right here in the camera.
that sounds like you're playing like you're just going right in the middle. You're
Yeah,
playing
don't be a
peacemaker.
bitch
You're
ass
playing
middleman.
peacemaker
Come
right
on,
there.
man. What is
No,
this shit?
no, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with Merson. I'm gonna go with 4.25. I think the match was amazing. I think the beginning of the match was what really sold it on me.
Hmm.
I think that if we didn't have that part of the match, I think that it would have just been
Yeah, no.
it would have been it still would have been a good elimination chamber match, but I think
Sure. Yeah.
it would have
Yeah,
it wouldn't have had that spark to it that I feel
Yeah.
like it
I
needed.
agree. It raised, yeah, that Jay coming back, and that's how you come back when you come
Yeah.
back.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh
You come
yeah.
back whooping ass. That's
And
how
that
Well,
you
was
and
come back.
that was such a swerve to me too. Like I was
Yeah.
not expecting.
Like right at the
oh yeah.
beginning. Like I did
Yeah.
not expect it to just pop off like that. I
Right.
thought they would have did that
Well,
maybe later on or after or whatever, but
Yeah. Huh?
and think
at the
about this.
beginning, yeah,
This is the first fucking match.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
wild,
It was
wild.
up.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
Yeah.
move it on. Let's move on.
Yeah. And speaking of back-to-back women's matches, Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
For
Um,
reasons.
we didn't. We knew that Nia
Hmm.
Jax and Candice LeRae weren't winning this one.
Yeah, so for this one, I predicted Trish and Tiffany, of course.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Nobody.
we all
I
did.
think everybody did. Yeah.
Yep.
Like
I really wasn't interested in this match. I mean, I
not
get
at
that.
all.
I
I
get that
knew
it
what it
was.
was.
Yeah, yeah. I get that it's just Trish's 25th anniversary and all that.
It's
Yeah.
Canada.
Right, it's Canada. But
Yeah, it's Canada.
it was literal filler to me.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
that's what I felt like. I'm like, okay, like we didn't seen Tiffany Stratton go at it with Nia and Candice LeRae for like 2 months now. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. We just trying to get to WrestleMania, see you and Charlotte get to it,
Hmm.
because we've been hearing the comparisons forever. Like this was literally,
Mhm.
like you said, Eddie just filler match. Cause Trish Stratus, let Trish Stratus come out and do a Stratisfaction off the top rope on Nia. Whoa,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and make the fans happy, and look at man, so much surgery, God,
Yeah.
so much surgery.
The
But
the double team moves by Nia and Candice were pretty dope. I
they
think
were, they
the
were.
Yeah.
wrestling was solid.
It's a weird tag team. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
yeah,
Eddie, like we
yeah.
were talking about earlier, it's a weird tag team. Like
It's
they
just
just
like a
threw them together, like
Frankenstein tag team match for
yeah,
sure.
just threw them together. Like I think this is the first time they had matching gear and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I was
Like,
just interested in watching the other matches way more than I was with watching this
Well,
one.
and
yeah, I
and
didn't care at all, really.
yeah, well, yeah, me either because I mean, like I was telling Eddie during the event, this was nothing more than a vehicle to wheel Trish Stratus out and in front of
Mhm.
Canada fans
Yeah,
and go, "All right, are you happy? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
are we good?
yeah.
yeah,
We good?"
yeah, yeah.
I don't think anybody thought that Trish and Tiffany were going to lose. I
No.
No,
mean, fucking one of them is half of the tag. One half of that tag team is the women's champion.
right.
Like, I would be kind of stupid if they lost.
Right. There's this like Tiffany Stratton lose to Nia and Candice LeRae ahead of WrestleMania with Charlotte. Like that would be the
Yeah.
stupidest
I
of
mean,
choices.
at any other time it might be fine, but they're not going to do that fucking close to WrestleMania.
No,
No.
it wouldn't have made
No.
no sense at all. Like
I
that's just like how do you stifle momentum,
Hmm.
for the women's champion on her way to probably her biggest match of her career at WrestleMania.
I
Hmm.
Like
I think I think I would have liked if Tiffany was defending the women's championship with Trish in her corner.
mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like the Trish novelty's done. Like I
That would
feel
have, oh, it's way
Yeah,
done.
it's over with. Like
It's
no
so,
disrespect, no disrespect. Like we love Trish Stratus. She's a legend.
Mhm.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, the nostalgia is up with her for me.
That,
It's been fun, but I don't need to see you out there
that's,
every so often.
yeah. And
We get it, man.
Eddie, what you were saying, like I kept thinking that like over and over because like that would have made so much more sense. Like, or have Trish as a special guest referee. Like it's
Yeah,
Canada,
something like
that's
that. She
fine.
didn't
Yeah.
have to
Hard
wrestle,
her up.
bro.
Like we
She didn't
don't,
have to wrestle at
yeah,
all.
yeah, we don't need to manufacture some completely out of the wild, just out of the blue reason to have Trish Stratus have a match. Like that's fucking dumb. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Another thing that I didn't like about the match was that botched Super Bulldog.
Hmm.
yeah, on the
You
top
see,
rope.
yeah, when Trish did the
Yeah,
Bulldog out the top
yeah.
rope, and fucking
Yeah.
It didn't look too great.
yeah. I mean, it was a decent match. I just wasn't invested in it.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
cared. I don't think anybody cared. Honestly, I don't think anybody cared. This was the go get some popcorn match for
Yeah,
Hmm.
this was
of
go
the
take
night.
a shit match. You just,
Yeah,
go to the
take a
bathroom,
piss. You just saw a crazy women's elimination chamber match,
go.
which I honestly, I be real, think was better than the men's, but we'll get to that later.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was that. Go check out the t-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rated this a 3.5. I thought while it was a good match and the wrestling was semi solid, it just it just wasn't something
Hmm.
that I it was something
Yeah,
I could have done without. Like if they had
yeah,
eliminated this and given us something completely different or something else at all,
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe the tag team division that they tout so much on fucking SmackDown that
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh, the tag team division's on fire," but we didn't see the
Yeah,
tag team division.
Right.
nothing, no sign of it.
Yeah, none, nowhere.
They,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Why
because just
not
because
highlight that right
yeah,
now? Like at
just
it.
because this was a tag team match doesn't mean it highlighted anything when one of the tag teams involved was a complete like farce. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't even a
Mhm.
tag team.
Yeah. I
Yeah, no, it
mean,
was yeah.
it was lackluster to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I gave it a 3, man. I was just like, I couldn't have like I got up and like walked away and shit, and
Hmm.
went and grabbed me a drink and shit while the match
Same.
was on. I didn't
Same.
care. Like
Yeah.
shout out to Trish Stratus, you're a legend. We love you. I had a poster of you on my wall
Right.
when I was a kid.
But maybe go home.
But we don't. You don't have to come do promos telling
Yeah.
somebody dad in the crowd that they dad probably had a poster of you on their wall. Like, you don't
Yeah.
got
You
like
don't have to
we
say
know,
yes
bro.
to
We get it.
everything.
We
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
Maybe stay home. Maybe
Yeah,
stay home.
maybe
Yeah, just
maybe just
chill.
tell him not this
Just chill.
time.
Hang with your kids, man.
I would give it a 3.25. I would give it, I was gonna give it a 3, but two things. Naya is still continually just getting better and better, and not just in-ring capability wise, but at playing to the character and the crowd.
Yeah.
And like man, she's really
Improving.
on
She's
fire.
Improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, the improvement on her is, yeah, she flying
Yeah.
colors, bro.
Yeah.
She's out of here
And
with the improvement.
then paired with that, I mean, Trish, say what you want, like that bitch still got it. Like, I mean, a few, missteps aside, like,
She can
damn,
still
dude.
go. She can still
Like,
go.
She's still athletic and she can still move, and yeah, you got to give it up for that for sure.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
and she's how old? 50?
Yeah,
50
like
now?
Something.
something like
Something
that.
close to it. Got to be.
Yeah,
But yeah, shout out, man.
right. I
Oh,
mean,
Canada.
like it's wild.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
49.
Jesus.
49.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
couldn't have done that at 30. Like,
Right. Word.
you know,
Word.
but yeah, no, I mean, it was, and the other interesting thing about it that kind of made me, because I kind of started at 3.25 and then went down because of this issue and then went back up because of those other two things I just mentioned. But I went down because, man, it's pretty cool that we, like I said earlier, we have two women's matches back to back. But on top of that, I mean, 50% of the matches at this PLE were women's matches. We had
Yeah.
four total matches.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
But it was a negative because this was the one that they went with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Like that's oof. Like, if
Yeah.
anything, they should have started with this match because,
Yeah,
man,
I agree.
But
Before we get into the other matches, since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's the best way to help us do that. We have merch, redbubble.com/nerdcore podcast. Get our logos and sayings on anything from stickers to shirts to, whatever you like. We've partnered with W.GG, and use promo code NERDCORP at checkout to get 10% off anything site wide. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcore podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that's the best way to help us do that. So, on to the next match, which was match of the night for me.
Absolutely.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. I actually predicted Kevin Owens was going to win.
oh, really?
I said KO too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what I said. Oh, I said KO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Shut up, Ryan.
This has to be one of the best builds to a match that I've seen in such a long time.
Yeah.
And it's sort of built in though. Like,
Well,
it's almost cheating.
well, that's what
Right.
I was going to say, that the history between KO and Sammy is at this point a character on its own.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know,
You like the fact that they've mixed it up so many times.
Hmm.
We've seen it so many times. We've seen them fight each other. We've seen them fight on the same team. Like we've seen them fight as different versions of themselves. Like way back
Mhm.
in the day,
El
like
Generico.
El
Yeah.
Generico, Kevin
Kevin
Steen.
Steen.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. And when I first saw this match coming, I'll be honest, my immediate reaction was like, damn, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens again,
Hmm.
like again. But then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, okay, Toronto, maybe not WrestleMania,
Hmm.
but Toronto, of course, where their
Yeah.
lives intersected. You know what I mean? And the story began. Of course, like okay, they do that at Elimination Chamber, and like you said, Eddie, the promo work and the build up stuff like made it better for me.
Mhm.
So like coming into the match, I was like, okay, like I kind of like how different the build up for this one was
Yeah.
as opposed to all the other ones in
Yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I should go into this with like an open kind of mindset and let them. I mean, what I do know is they're both gonna go in there and cook, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
so I'm like, the match is gonna be good,
Yeah,
Hmm.
probably
that's a
even great,
default almost.
exactly, like it's guaranteed almost.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna steal the show the moment it was fucking announced.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like unsanctioned match because this don't happen too often,
Hmm.
right? So I'm
Right.
I'm going back in my mind and I'm like, 2002 SummerSlam. Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I'm thinking like that, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
like, okay, are they gonna do something like that? Or,
Mhm.
is it gonna have that kind of story? Now, I know that was a little different because that's Shawn Michaels' first match coming back. That was a whole different
Yeah.
thing. But
Right.
but these guys are good and talented enough to, you know, have a match that's close to that caliber,
Hmm. Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And I mean they did a hell of a good job.
Man,
Mhm.
they sure did. Um, one of my favorite moves by anyone, whenever they do it, is the half and half suplex. It's the one
Yeah,
where you underhook the arm and
yeah, yeah,
underhook the
Yeah.
other arm. Do the
yeah.
when he did that
Yeah,
to
and Sammy
Kevin.
did two of them.
Yeah, he did two of
Two of
them.
them.
Yeah.
God.
When he
Oh,
did it to KO on the chair,
on the chair.
I was
That
like,
shit,
oh
this
shit.
shit got brutal, dog. Like that, and
Oh
that
yeah.
reaction that you were just talking about, Eddie.
Mm.
Like, we don't get a lot of matches with where you really like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Owens has had two of them this year
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and what in the last couple of months?
Yeah.
In January and March 1st. So basically, yeah, within a span of 2 months, bro.
There is
Like,
no denying Kevin Owens. There is
Oh yeah.
my
no
God, dude.
denying
Like
Kevin Owens.
that dude is got to be one of the toughest motherfuckers ever.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ever in the wrestling profession. Like he's proven it
Yeah, no,
right
Yeah.
now.
I put him up there with a Stone Cold. I put him up there with a JBL. I put him
Oh,
up
Yeah.
there
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
without
he
question.
No
Kevin
question.
Owens is a
Yeah.
future Hall of Famer by like earning
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They
Yeah.
might as well
And
give it to him now.
Yeah, fuck.
honestly, like it's crazy. And what he's willing to take to
Hmm.
to give a good performance. Sami Zayn, the same thing. Like what they're willing to go through to put on the show is like, man, that's the type of shit that it's like everybody don't have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
No,
know what I mean?
yep, exactly. I mean,
And
the
yeah,
drama was so heightened and everything was
yeah,
so intense. I was
yeah.
glued to my seat.
I
For
was
real.
too.
Yeah,
I
I
was
haven't
too.
been like on the edge of my seat watching wrestling
Like I
in,
didn't even pick up my
Right.
phone.
yeah, same
No,
here.
yeah.
You know,
Nothing,
like
not at all. No. No. I
Yeah.
was watching intently, like
yeah.
to
Hmm.
that match, like just to see how everything was gonna play out. And they started off pretty early. They started off with the chair shots, the hockey sticks. They went to fighting
I
in the
really
crowd.
enjoyed the hockey
Yeah, the
stick.
hockey
Of
sticks
course,
were
I
good.
mean, come on, like they
Yeah.
if they didn't do the hockey sticks, bro, they should
Yeah.
have got fired for that. If they didn't do the hockey sticks. You dig? It's Canada.
That's it. We
Like,
gotta
come
let you
on.
go.
Come on, yeah, you're out of here. You didn't
Mhm.
bring out no hockey sticks in Toronto. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yep.
what are you doing? I thought y'all were veterans. Like, like
We
but
thought you knew.
right. But yeah, they used everything. A barbed wire chair. I didn't expect that one.
Right?
I was like, I know this is gonna go to some lengths,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I didn't expect that barbed wire chair. And when he blue thundered him on that shit, oh my god,
Oh, bro.
my
The
whole
only
body
thing
was like, ah,
Yeah, me too. I did the
the
same thing.
the
Fuck.
only thing that even slightly took me out was that they didn't give Kevin Owens any color when he did the drop toe
yeah,
hold on him onto the chair. I
I'm
feel like
with
they
you
should
on
have
that.
started. I think
I'm
they should
with
have
you on
started
that.
it then.
I'm with you on that. That might be that, and it's funny
That's like
that you
my
say that.
only criticism, and it's so minor.
Exactly. That's funny
But
that you said that because I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
Well, because he had his
He should have bled right
he
there.
had his hand on his hip
yeah,
that whole
and
time.
then they
So
were just
Right,
like,
I'm
"Oh, there's nothing."
right.
assuming he's blading because he's sitting
Yeah,
there like this,
Yeah,
right.
fucking
I mean,
like
maybe there
switching.
was
I
maybe
was
he just
expecting it at any time,
somehow
like to start.
failed it. Yeah.
Maybe he did. I don't know, but yeah, you right, Derek. I was like, yeah, he should have
Yeah,
bled right
and
there.
and I was just thinking that, but especially with you saying that, Eddie, like I bet that was the intent was for him to
Yeah,
blade right then,
maybe just
Mhm.
and
couldn't
for
get it
whatever
going.
reason,
Yeah, yeah,
He
it
just
just
couldn't.
didn't
yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only complaint, like you said. That was the only problem I had with this match right here,
Hmm.
Yeah.
bro. But yeah,
Um.
no, go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah. So Kevin Owen wins, right? He
Hmm.
wins. He comes back to beat up on Sammy.
Hmm.
Oh, before we get even any further, commentary on this one was
Bro, Pat
chef's
McAfee, bro.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee picked up the trash can when they was fighting in the crowd,
Yep.
and he said,
He's
he
beating him
said,
with Dominic Mysterio.
"Oh
Yeah.
my God,
And then
bro,
Michael Cole saying Oscar the Grouch because he's grouchy. Like,
bro." I started dying laughing when he
dude,
said that, bro. I
But
was like,
later,
Pat McAfee is a fool,
but
bro.
when
he is
later on,
grouchy.
when it was starting to get serious, what did fucking Cole say that channeled JR? You son of a
But you
bitch!
saw you. Oh no,
Yeah.
what he say? He said, "You bastard." He said, "You
Yeah,
sound
Yeah,
like
you
you fucking
bastard.
you cra Yeah, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like that. But yeah,
he was
he
getting
did. He tried to channel Jr.
Kevin, enough! Kevin, enough!
Somebody
Like,
stop
Yeah.
the damn match.
like he might as well have
Yeah,
said
it
that
was
shit.
it was all
For
but
real,
it
for
was
real.
everything. It was 100% JR without the accent.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
But
bro.
anyway, he goes to beat Sammy up, and we get another surprise. We get Randy Orton comes
Yeah,
Yeah.
out, beats
yeah,
Kevin up, has him on
yeah.
the ground. He was going to use a chair on him, but then decided to set him up for a punt. And then he's
Oh,
intercepted by security.
Mhm.
I wanted
God
him to
damn
hit
it.
that punt
those
Punk ass
so bad.
security.
and I told Eddie this too. I messaged him and I was like those fucking bastards over here,
Hmm.
those teasing ass
Yep.
bastards. Like
Assholes,
they knew
man.
we wanted that.
They
They
know we
knew
wanted
it.
it. They know they're gonna try to save it for WrestleMania and shit. Oh, I
Motherfuckers.
get it, you bitch ass motherfuckers, but I wanted to see it so bad.
Oh.
And then I'm like, okay, then five future NXT champions had to get fucking RKO'd because of
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, it's funny too because I was thinking about that when the security came out because
Hmm.
I have friends in the local Salt Lake wrestling scene and everything,
Yeah,
and they obviously go and do Raw shows and SmackDown and stuff when they're here,
yeah,
and I was like, man, that think about when it's a PLE, like they
Yeah.
still need those local people. Like,
Yep.
how
right,
Mhm.
yeah,
hyped would you fucking
right,
be? Like, oh, I'm gonna be on Elimination Chamber.
yeah,
Like, how
all right,
fucking dope is that?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro.
Shout out to Devotion Championship Wrestling.
That's right.
Hey, for real, send us some tickets and some t-shirts or something, man. Like, we'll
No, dude,
support
and
the shit out of y'all.
you know what? And now that not that I've come into money, but now that we'll have a little bit of disposable income, like we got to start hitting up them shows again.
Yeah, dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm with it. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'm down to go hit the local wrestling scene,
fuck
man.
yeah,
That's
dude.
so
We gotta
cool, dude.
push some shit. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
Yeah,
with it,
dude.
man.
hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I gave this match a 5 out of 5. It had everything I was expecting out of this match. It had the
Yeah.
storytelling, it had the action, the intensity, and an ending no one expected after the finish. Match of
Hmm.
the night,
Yep.
5 out of
I'm
5.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, I would
Five,
go 5.
5.
Yep.
5. The only reason I would give it like a 4.75 is because he didn't bleed when he should have bled. But
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm gonna look past that.
Yeah.
The match was amazing, bro.
Especially because
like
based on what Eddie said, like that's got to have been the intent, and
yeah,
we
yeah,
can't. I at least I feel we can't hold it against him if
yeah.
something just didn't go the way it should have gone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It just there was too much great shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sammy slamming KO through 2 tables in a row,
Mm-hmm.
full of beer cans and shit. Like it's just
And
the
then
top rope fisherman buster through the
Oh yeah, that
table.
was a good one.
and
Woo,
then
like
KO slamming Zayn through 2 tables at once.
yep, pushing
Yeah.
him off the
Yeah.
top rope, the top turnbuckle. Yeah, God.
That brain buster into the fucking chair, dude. Like it was
Yeah,
all. It was
yeah.
all. It was
Like so
magic.
much.
Well,
They gave us so much. It's like yeah, there's
I,
and it's kind of funny when you think about like weapons and extra items. I never in a million years, and it's so weird how it just every now and then there's just someone who goes, "Hey, why don't we add this? A chair with barbed wire on it?"
yeah,
yeah.
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 Whoever had thought of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like
Amazing.
that's
Amazing
great.
match, bro. Amazing match. Like I'm like, yeah. I guess it don't really matter at any time when they want to run that shit back again. It's gonna be good, and we
Yeah.
know it.
Yep.
So
It's
yeah,
the
Like I don't
beginning.
even
It's the
I
beginning
don't
of.
care. Oh, sorry. I don't
Yeah.
care if there's no story.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
right,
It's
right.
KO and Sami Zayn. There's a built-in story of
Yeah,
friendship and betrayal
automatically. Yeah,
always. So
yeah,
who the fuck I don't care if it's just every other week on Raw. Like I don't care if they're friends one week, enemies the next, back and forth. It's
right.
always going to be stellar.
It's
Yeah,
the beginning of 2025, and I think this is a big time match of the year contender.
for sure.
Yeah.
Early,
Oh, no
early,
question.
early,
No
early. I,
question.
I mean, really, if you want to be real, Kevin Owens got 2 potential match of the year candidates already.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we it's March 1st, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so, we gonna see.
So after this, we get the main event, which is the men's elimination chamber. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and John Cena. I thought Cena was going to win this one.
Me too.
Yeah, I said Cena.
And that's who won. So we start off with Drew and Seth. McIntyre targets the back. It felt like a really long start to me.
Yeah,
Like I found myself
Yeah.
wanting the next person to come in
yeah.
It was
like
It
almost the
did it
opposite
did
of the
start slow.
women's.
Yeah, it did start slow. It took me a minute to kind of like get into it. I was just like,
yeah,
okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
let's like yeah. It wasn't really started off slow for sure.
Yeah, it was seriously like to me like my initial thought was it was the opposite of the women's where like
Hmm.
that one started out on a high note. This one was more of a what you would normally expect where the first two is just sort of
Getting laying the groundwork.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When he catapulted Seth into that
That was
exposed
cool.
turn, it was cool, but Seth oversold the shit out of that thing.
I
Yeah,
Because
miss oversells though.
yeah, I mean they're fine. They're
I miss
fine,
it.
but
But
sometimes
so anyway,
sometimes
I
they
feel
get
like because he barely like you could see that he barely like hit it.
yeah,
That he barely hit it. I mean, if he had hit it right and oversold it, I think it would have been fine for me. But the fact that he kind of just like tapped it and then went like, oh fuck, shit,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it just
right.
it was just
yeah.
like, come on, bro, like
That's
it
that's
didn't.
that's true. But let's
uh,
not pretend that all the oversells in the 80s and 90s
oh, it was lit.
were
Shawn
Oh,
Michaels.
perfect
Shawn
and
right,
Michaels.
that people hit things in a way that totally made it look,
right. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
feasible that okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not like taking away from it, but I'm just saying like in that moment
Yeah.
where
No, I get you.
where it didn't look like it hit all the way, and him having to oversell it like that was kind of. I
Funny as
didn't. It was.
hell.
Yeah,
It was a cool spot. Like I'm not saying it wasn't a cool spot.
right.
It just calmed down a little.
Yeah.
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 Uh, Priest comes in next. Um, I like. I was so against Damian Priest. Like I was like, man,
Really?
fuck this. Yeah, like I was not cool on Damian Priest at all, especially during that Archer of
What?
Infamy shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
we've talked
that
about that
was dumb.
before. That was
All
the
right. That was
goofiest shit on
dumb.
planet Earth. We've talked about that. Yeah,
Yeah, Eddie,
on the other
well, and
podcast.
yeah, and yeah, Eddie and I back in the day when it was happening, because you and I didn't really know each other back then.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, that was probably
Um,
before I met
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So when it was, actually happening, I mean, Eddie and I, like, I could not give a fuck, because it just
that's
made no
terrible,
sense. It made
terrible.
no sense to his image.
Nah, it
Like,
Mm-mm.
was so.
nothing
It was.
other than him going had anything to do
It
with
was just
archery.
the
Nothing.
complete
Like,
corn. It was complete cornball shit,
it
bro.
was. It
Like
was.
wrestling. Look, here's the thing about pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is a little bit corny.
Of
Like
Mm-hmm.
course.
always, that's just
Yeah.
it's part of the entertainment factor of it. But when you get to that level of corny, it's
You
like,
know, well,
damn. Like
okay.
it's like, okay, like
And personally, I kind of disagree a little, well, on just a point. For me, I don't care how corny it is. I care about the commitment to the theme of the character, right? So,
okay,
like, for example, Glacier in WCW.
holy shit.
Corny as all fuck. Corny
Fake
as
ass
absolute fuck. Like,
Sub-Zero thing.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. But everything about that character was Sub-Zero. Everything about that character
Was ice.
played with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
character,
right. I get what you're saying. I get what you're
And
saying.
Damian Priest, it was literally just I do this motion. That's why I'm the Archer of Infamy. That doesn't, like,
Yeah,
nothing else that had anything to do with his character had anything to do with that.
I get
And
what
so
you're
it,
saying.
it was just complete nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
and
that's the
that
problem I had with it.
yeah,
yeah.
and I didn't think he was good. I just didn't think he was good at anything. You know, like
Come on, he was good. He was a good
Nah,
wrestler. He
I'm with Eddie on that, bro. I
what?
wasn't sold. I wasn't
yeah,
Okay,
sold on him.
all
Like
right, all
I,
right.
yeah,
I wasn't. I really wasn't sold on him until probably last year.
yeah.
Oh
Like
wow,
like
okay.
right before he
I
won the
mean, like,
title.
I never thought he
Yeah.
was like standout, but I thought he was solid, you
I'll
know?
no. I'll tell you what match did it for me
Uh-huh.
was the match against Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the one that sold me on, okay,
I
this
get that.
dude might be a lot better than people giving
I
him
I
credit for.
totally get that, because if you are going to have a match with a non-wrestler and
Yes, that's
carry that
exactly what it is. Yep.
match,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yep. That's
Like,
exactly what it
if
was.
that match is not a shit show,
Hmm.
then the wrestler of the two of them clearly did his job.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. And
And
was his role. And like it was clearly like you have to make Bad Bunny look amazing.
Yeah, that's
and he
true.
did,
And
and he
he
That's a
looked
did
very
that.
and
good
And
point.
it
made
was like that was like, okay, that guy's good. I know that guy's good
Mhm.
now.
But
You know.
now he's so accurate in his move set. I mean,
Oh
there
Yeah.
is
man.
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
no movement wasted when it comes to
Nothing.
Damian Priest.
And
He
that
gets
motherfucker
yeah,
is precise.
Hmm.
very. Yeah.
Hmm.
He gets
Like,
he gets he gets his stuff in like better than most.
he
You know what I
he
mean?
kind he kind of he reminds me of a Baron Corbin
Hmm.
who is not wearing an Olive Garden manager's outfit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, I feel like, I mean, granted, I don't know this personally, obviously, but I feel like he's gonna absolutely protect who he's working with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And then,
definitely.
but also, as long as who he's working with is on point, as far as their being in position and doing, what they need to do, you're never going to have a move that looks awkward.
Right.
Like, everything is going to be on point if you're on point, because Damian Priest will never not be on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Agreed.
he's solid, probably honestly one of the most solid performers out there right now. For
Absolutely.
sure. For sure. Um, but yeah, so where are we at? So Priest was in, and then Logan Paul comes in after
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Logan Paul
Mhm.
comes in next, and I mean, he does his Logan Paul things. I swear to
Yeah.
God, hate him all you want. This dude has the best heel persona in the game. Like
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean,
you
that's
love to
cheating
hate.
though. That's
It is.
that's just
It
who
is.
he is.
It's a cheat code. It really,
It
because it's
is.
like he's not acting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's not acting. Like dude is like legit an asshole. Like and people
yeah.
like he's been documenting the fact that he's a dickhead on
Mhm.
YouTube for 15
You know,
years.
I will
Damn
say
it,
though, it's pretty impressive to me. And granted, yes, they lean on the fact that everybody knows he's an asshole,
Yeah.
but they don't point out non-WWE reasons that he's an asshole. They don't
True.
go like, "Hey, remember Japan?" They don't like they
yeah.
don't bring they don't bring that stuff up. They
Remember
don't
today.
Remember how you're not allowed in the country of Japan because of
Right?
the thing you did?
Let's talk
like
about that, Logan. Nah,
I mean they don't bring that stuff up.
Yeah,
And he's good enough at just, you know, exuding that persona that they don't need to remind you of why he's an asshole.
yeah,
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's not necessarily a cheat code, a full cheat code. It's a cheat code, but still, I mean, he does a pretty good job of selling it regardless.
yeah.
He does. He
He
does
does.
for sure.
I will never condone Logan Paul as a person,
Ugh.
but I will
Right.
absolutely attest to his ability. Like,
Yeah. Like he's yeah, say what you want. He's good in that ring, man. And
and
he's
Mhm.
proven it over time and
now
yeah.
that he's saying that he's full time, it's going to be the real test.
Right.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and that's what's cool is that him being full time means that he's gonna have to train full time,
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
which means he's gonna get that experience to where I promise you in 6 months, because Logan
Hmm.
Paul is nothing if not persistent and a
He's
fucking
he,
student of
he's
the
a hard
game.
worker. He's a
He
hard
is.
worker. You gotta give
So
like
I
you gotta
guarantee
give him that. He dude works
six
hard.
yeah, 6 months, he's going to be able to put on decent matches with anyone at any time.
yeah,
Yeah. And I
And
mean
it's
and
just
he's
going to
put
keep
on
going from there.
he's put on great matches already up to this
yeah,
Well,
point,
yeah,
even with
but those are,
the minimal amount of experience. But yeah,
yeah, but those
it's
are
only
like,
gonna as the
exactly.
more he trains, the better it's gonna get.
Yeah, because those are pre-planned spot fests, and that's fine. You
Mhm.
know, that worked for fucking Ultimate Warrior for
Oh
years,
God. One of the
but
most
like,
overrated wrestlers ever, bro.
absolutely, absolutely. But like, but you know, there's no way that Logan Paul, with the ego that he has and the need to be the best that he has, there's
Yeah.
no way that it takes more than 6 months for him to be able to go with anyone at any
Hmm.
time and put on a decent match.
For sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Cena comes out next, which
Yeah.
swerved me because I
As
was
much as I hate
expecting.
it.
Yeah. So Cena comes out next, which swerved me because I was expecting him to come out last.
I
I thought
was too.
I thought it
Right?
would be him or Punk the last two.
Mm,
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
obviously he was going to be the end, the last half.
right. Yeah. But he came in serving F5s and you
and
know all of that. Like
yeah, oh yeah.
he had
That was
five
so fun.
real. I think he F5 Seth, he F5 Logan Paul.
Hey, you mean
Hey, shit. Fuck. F5.
He ain't
What
Brock
the fuck
Lesnar.
am I talking
you're
about?
talking
Yeah.
about the FU? You're talking
Yeah,
about
F
the.
you. Like, damn. All
Remember when
right,
they
and
called
look,
that?
I've had a few you know what I'm saying? I've been but anyway, AA, yeah. The AAs. He was serving attitude adjustment
He
to
was.
pretty much everybody. And that
Anybody that
shit was
wanted one.
yeah, he hit about three of them when he came in and I mean, John is still John. John can still, he's
Yep.
fucking 44 years old. Still, he can still go.
By the way, did it seem like his bald spot was a little smaller?
No.
I feel like
No.
If
he's
anything, it was
getting.
I think
bigger.
it was bigger.
Really?
Yeah,
I felt like he
thought
was
it was a
maybe
bigger
getting
cow
some
lick at
plugs.
this point. Yeah.
I thought he was maybe
No,
getting
oh
a
hell
few.
no.
No?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, it looked bigger to me.
No,
Okay.
it looked bigger. Yeah, I thought he lost more hair up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it looked a little less sparse. Anyway.
Mm-mm.
That boy top missing.
I keep expecting him to come to the ring bald. Like I don't know how the fuck you like he's not like I mean, I guess
I
they'll
don't know
do
what
it
he would
like
look like,
fucking
boss.
You know,
like Hulk Hogan is one that never let it go, you know what I
well,
mean?
see that's the thing to me. Like, it's a question of, well, A, are they embarrassed about it and trying to hold on to anything they have, or B, are they not embarrassed about it and they don't give a fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know?
don't think they care. I don't think they
Yeah, I
give a
don't think
fuck.
they
Yeah.
Yeah,
care.
because to me, like if I started losing my hair, I would probably shave it just because, like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of
What I did.
embarrassment
That's what I had to
to
do.
that.
Sad
Yeah.
Yeah,
day.
like that's why I
Sad
do it.
day. I had to
That's
do
why I
it.
do it. I'm thinning up here a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
because you know, if you
My
if you
shit
line me up,
started.
if you line me up, you gotta line me up like up here, bro.
You
Like
got this. You got the Stephen A. Smith fucking.
Jesus.
you
That
gotta
boy
shoot
got
you
the.
gotta shoehorn you gotta
That boy
shoot
got the six
horseshoe
head. The
line me
boy.
up. Yeah.
Man, bro, it was a
That's
sad day.
great.
It was
That's
a sad
great.
day when I had to let my shit go, and I was
That
young, bro. I was young, and I was sad, bro.
yeah. I
Like
mean, that's
it happened,
crazy.
and I kind of knew because on my mom's family side. I think that's where that comes from. I'm not
Uh-huh.
completely wrong about this, but I think that's where it comes from, and I think that's what she told me anyway. And I know that side of the family got gray hairs early, and
Mhm.
the hairlines receded early, and I was like, "Fuck, it's gonna be me." And sure enough, here I am, like
There it was.
25, and it started shoehorning and motherfucking. I started having a Batman edge up and shit, and I was like, "Oh no, no!" I was sad, and I
Right?
remember, and check this out. So the girl that I was fucking with at the time,
Mhm.
this little bad Latina chick I was talking to, right?
Yeah.
Like I was at her house one day and I was like, man, I'm losing my hair, man. And I can't shave it. So you gotta help me because I can't do it. Like it's just I couldn't just grab the clippers and to do it myself.
Mhm.
Like she had to do it because I
Yeah.
physically
Yeah.
didn't want to like look at
Yeah.
myself in the mirror and do it.
He's like, I can't. I
Yeah,
can't.
I was hurting, boy. I was
Yeah.
hurting.
Yeah.
But luckily I don't got the lumpy ass crater
Right?
head, like
And that's
luckily it was
why I'm
smooth.
glad, dude. Yeah, that's why I'm glad too. I'm like, man, at least I could pull it off, bro.
Yeah, luckily it's
Yeah.
smooth and it's not crazy looking. Like
Yeah, no, I
I
mean
was
my
scared.
shit's receding a bit, but like it's
Yeah.
certainly not.
Not me, bro.
Yeah.
You can see it right here. You see that shit?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
there's I don't think there's ever gonna be a time where I don't have like a fucking goddamn grip of hair.
Yeah. No,
Like
you gotta. Yeah, yours is.
I'm too Welsh and hairy,
Yeah.
and it's just not gonna be a thing.
Yeah, bro.
But
That's why.
I mean, if
that's
it
why I buzz
recedes
my shit.
enough, I'll probably shave it. I mean, I don't fucking care,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Like I don't give a fuck. You
Let
know
it
what I mean?
let it go, man. Just let it
Listen,
go.
right?
Let it go.
These last ones are like over here fighting for their life and shit, bro. They're like, nah, bro, we got it, dog. We got
We're
it.
still here. We're still
No,
here.
we holding it down up here, big
My
dog.
fucking like my kids are over there convincing me that I could still grow a fro and shit. Like I'm like, man, shut up.
Don't you feed into this.
They just want to see. They just want to see me look like Angelica's little doll here from the front.
No,
Or
not
that, I mean,
Cynthia,
it's
bro.
kind
Yeah,
of like
Cynthia.
Not
it's
Cynthia.
it's kind of like that dude that does the Jack Black covers or the
Oh god.
what's his band?
Who?
Jack
Tenacious
Black.
D?
Yeah.
Tenacious D.
The Tenacious D cover dude.
Yeah.
Oh
Remember him?
shit. God, that's funny,
Just
bro.
fucking.
Oh my god. Hairline fighting for his life, boy.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, my shit's in IMAX right now, dog. Fucking.
Yeah.
That boy gotta go
That's
to
right.
Turkey and get the fucking God damn.
No trips to Turkey for me, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna let that shit run.
Fuck it, bro. Let it be, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
funny. Back to
Anyway.
What were we talking about?
So
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Elimination
shit.
Chamber.
So
Yeah.
Drew is eliminated first after a Claymore to Cena. So when he
Hmm.
Claymores Cena, Priest eliminates him with a crucifix pit. Drew gets angry and Claymores Priest. Paul capitalizes by doing a frog splash off the pod to eliminate Priest. Uh, Punk after that comes out and handles Paul. They get to tussling for a little bit, and then Punk eliminates Paul with the GTS, which I think sets up Paul versus Punk at WrestleMania.
Well, and by the way, when Paul eliminated him, that was to me my first indication of like, oh, I don't think they're gonna have Paul win. Oh, thank God,
Mm-hmm.
because like with it being that quick, I was like, okay, they're trying to give Paul a little bit, they're trying to get him an elimination so that it looks good for him.
Right.
And since that was so quick, they're not going to have him win the whole thing. And, thankfully, whether it was completely arbitrary and meaningless, I ended up being right.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God.
After that, Cena and Punk have a really entertaining back and forth.
Yeah.
They
After they stood in the middle of the ring for like 5 minutes and stared at each other and
yeah.
stared at the crowd so the crowd could cheer and whoop de
I
whoop.
didn't think it was too long.
Nah, yeah, I mean it probably wasn't. It's just,
I thought it was an appropriate amount of time.
I think
sure.
yeah, I think it was fine, but it didn't have to like it really didn't have to be that long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
They
like
could have
it
they like we know what it is here,
right,
man.
like
Like
we know your
y'all are
history. We
y'all
know
are both
y'all
legendary
yeah.
motherfuckers. Like, yeah, we
I
know what's
did
up.
like it though, because like,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
cool. It was cool.
I kind of liked the little bit extra of milking of
Yeah.
it because
Cuz it's like
Yeah.
what
they
year
are
is
the
it?
old heads,
Yeah, like what year
Yeah.
is it? Cena and
Yeah,
Punk
right,
Yeah,
in an
right.
elimination
These
chamber?
are
Like
literally the
yeah,
oldest dudes in this match, bro. Like,
yeah, dude.
getting to it, man. It was
I
cool though. It
liked
was a cool moment.
as an old head myself, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
right.
cool. It was a good moment. Man.
It does start to slow down after that though, because
Yeah,
they don't have any eliminations for like a few
Hmm.
minutes.
yeah.
But then they hit Seth with the AAGTS combo.
Hmm.
I'll forever stand on business to say that the go to sleep is the stupidest fucking move in
Which
all
I
of
hate it.
fucking
I hate
See,
wrestling.
it.
I
I
like I
hate it.
don't
I
I
hate
look
it. I
I
hate
don't
it.
get
I
it,
hate it.
and here's why. It like to for example, if somebody's down by your knee, right, if
Mhm.
somebody's already at that level and you knee them in the face, that's one thing. If somebody's falling from this high and you knee them in the face, you've got the force of your knee coming up and them coming down.
Well,
Like, why
right,
wouldn't that hurt more? Why
but
wouldn't that
that's
fuck someone up?
to me, but that's only when they're coming straight down like this, not when they're just coming back down to their feet.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, how are you going to have them coming down like this while still having them be able to protect themselves?
if
Like,
you could
you're,
bring them down for a fucking like stomach buster, I mean, you could bring them down into a knee to the face.
I don't think it works the same if you're talking about
Derek,
you're talking about the difference between the extreme end of the body, the head, versus the center of the body where you can crumple around it. Like that's not the same thing.
Derek, you are just drinking and being the defender of all things bullshit
You're just
tonight.
be- you're
That's
just
Because
not
playing
true.
I just
devil's
you
advocate
are
tonight.
No, I'm not.
you
No,
get a
I'm not.
couple
I
shots in
enjoy the
you and you
GTS.
fucking.
I like the GTS and I think it's good. I do,
I
and I
hate it.
always have.
It's
I'm
a stupid
sorry.
move.
I'm sorry.
I fuck with CM Punk. I do. Always have, even back then.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm,
I thought that he was different
mm,
amongst a lot of
Hmm.
other shit going on, like a big mega star. Because back then, you talking about we got big hitters out
yeah,
here. That's when Undertaker was still around. Orton was out there. Cena was out there. Brock was
Hmm.
out there. Like heavy hitters, and he stood out in that crowd. So yeah, for sure. Like I always respected what Punk has done, but I always hated that move. Like I've
yeah,
always hated that move.
dumbest
Even back
fucking move.
then, even when he put on a masterpiece
Yeah.
of match with Undertaker or John Cena or Randy Orton or whoever, it was just like, yo, I hate this move.
I'm gonna let you get your footing before I knee you and just knee him in the face then.
Yeah, like just jump up and do it or something. Like I don't know.
Just
I just
grab his head and knee him in the face. Like
yeah, like
if you
But
want to be
I
that's
hate
safe
but
that
about
that
move.
but
if you want
but
to be safe about
you
it,
have to also make it look like it could be impactful. I get that
That
you
never
don't feel
looks
it.
impactful.
Well,
it
but no, I know,
didn't.
I
What are
get
you
that.
talking about?
I get that because yeah, in order to make sure that the receiver of the move doesn't actually legitimately hurt themselves, they need to get their footing. I totally get that. But you you can't have them completely come down horizontally
Well,
while
right.
also protecting themselves. And then I get that.
Don't put them on your shoulders.
Right. Yeah, I'm with that. Like
But you can't, it's not going to be a finishing move unless you can say, "Oh, well, it's not just a knee to the face. I'm going to put him all the way up here and then knee him in the face." Like
yo,
I
fuck all this shit you
I'm
talking.
sorry. I'm
The R
sorry.
the RKO,
WEAK.
the RKO, the big boot, the running knee, all of those things disagree with that logic.
No, because the RKO is still somebody generally coming from shoulder height or higher to come down.
Yeah, but
Like it's still
there's no setup to it. There's no setup to it. Is
Yeah,
there
you
is
just hit it.
setup to it. It's
there's
Boom.
just
n- it
yes, there is. It's just not done
comes out of
on the
nowhere.
person.
Comes out of no.
It's just not on the person who's giving the move. There
Mhm.
is setup to it. That's how the move is done. You can't do it without setup.
Well,
That's
right,
not a fucking thing.
but the GTS doesn't need the shoulder and the drop to the foot
I
to
mean,
get that setup.
it does if I mean, it does if you're going to say this can be done at any time, at anywhere. I have to be able to put them in this position, or it just doesn't work.
Or you could just knee the guy in the face. That
But that's not a finishing move. It's
yes,
not a finishing move, though.
Daniel Bryan used to knee motherfuckers in the face all the time.
It's not a finishing move.
Jericho used to do the code breaker.
Yeah, but again, that's not just a knee to the face. That's a,
Yeah, but
I
it
mean, it
doesn't.
is though.
from shoulder height or
Well, yeah,
higher,
but it doesn't.
right?
But that's the thing.
Exactly.
The
Yes. Thank
GTS
you.
doesn't require you like it. If you want to knee some dude in the face while he's standing straight up, you don't need to put him on your shoulders and then put him back down again.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's not ever going to be considered a finishing move. It's just not.
I hate the move.
You have to
Whatever.
give it whatever extra to call it a finishing move, and that's what he went with,
Yo,
and
look,
that's the way it's been.
we can go in circles about this all day. The move is ass. I don't care what you say,
Yeah,
nigga.
moves ass, bro.
You can spin this shit however you want to. You can spin the block 20
I'm
times.
just saying, I'm
The
just giving
move
you what I
is
think the logic
ass.
behind it is. That's all.
Ass.
That's all.
Cheeks.
It's an ass logic too.
That's
Cheeks.
fine. That's fine, and you're welcome to disagree with it.
That
But
shit
I'm
is
pretty
cheeks.
sure that that's all there is to
With
it,
all due
really.
respect to a legendary wrestler in CM Punk, your finishing move is ass, bro. Sorry.
Speaking of, uh, John Cena and then CM Punk both together had a series of AA and GTS kickouts, which was really fun. Seth comes back to stomp Punk from
Hmm.
winning with the stomp, to stop Punk from winning with a stomp. Um,
Say that 10 times fast.
right? Um, which is cool because he said that on SmackDown. He was just like, I don't care if I don't win, you're not winning,
You're not winning.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
So
and also, like, I mean, normally that would be something that I would be like, "Ah, what a lame finish." But where the winner was going to be one of the two old heads,
mhm.
that doesn't bother me at all. I
No,
mean,
I
it
didn't.
didn't, it
I
didn't,
thought it was good.
You
yeah.
know what I kind of expected to happen that didn't happen? I
Mm.
kind of expected after Seth Rollins stomped CM Punk, I was halfway expecting Roman Reigns music to hit.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Because I feel like after the Rumble, how Seth did him at the Rumble, I felt like Roman and Seth was getting set up for WrestleMania. And
Yeah.
I felt like that was about to materialize at that moment. Like he did that to Punk, and then he was gonna come out there like, yeah, you did that shit to me too, bitch. What's up?
Yeah.
Like
You
if that
know,
would have set up WrestleMania. But not, I kind of hope that that's what we getting at WrestleMania because I think it's long overdue for them to have the one-on-one fade.
Yeah.
I know he's one of like he is. I mean, at the moment, I think like the tent pole of AEW. But how fucking dope would it be, and how wild would people go if Roman and Seth brought back fucking um
Moxley.
Moxley.
yeah, brought back Moxley and reformed and just went fucking like, do you have any idea how crazy everyone would go?
Oh yeah, dude. The
Yeah, that'd be
Shield.
insane.
The
Like if
Shield,
they're
That'd
as
be insane,
short-lived as
bro.
they were one of the best factions in the
if
WWE.
they are
A shit
not
show.
at least if they're not actively trying, which, again, I don't know what Moxley's situation is and
I think
how
I honestly I think he's under
involved.
I think he's under contract till
Yeah.
like for like some years. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure. But like, if they haven't already been like, yo, the second that this is possible, we gotta fucking do this.
Yeah, we
Like
gotta
if
capitalize
that
on this.
groundwork's not
right.
already laid, they're
Yeah.
everybody's fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after that stomp, Cena wins with an STF and knocks out CM Punk, which I think is really good because
Yeah.
it doesn't pin Punk, it doesn't make him look weak. I think
Right.
it Cena comes out on top, so like the top guys get to look strong still.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
and John Cena wins.
And it sets up, Punk and Rollins.
Yeah. Uh 4 out of 5. I feel like it had some slow
Yeah.
moments,
I said
but
yeah. Same thing.
it was still very entertaining. I feel like the women's match really kind of
Yeah.
was more
I,
entertaining.
yeah. Women's match
Mhm.
definitely outdid him. I gave it a 4 as well, Eddie. There were some slow moments. There were some cool moments as well. Some of the stuff, seeing going back to seeing John Cena and CM Punk in the same ring together, face to
Yeah.
face with each other. That's a momentous occasion, because we're talking about a lot of history and a storied rivalry. So it was cool to see that. But yeah, I think the women outdid the men this year at the
Mhm.
Chamber, man. I think the women really came out there and put on a show and like
Yeah.
and did some things that you don't see every day, every night,
Mhm.
And I think the men's kind of just they kind of leaned on the fact that Cena was coming back and that CM Punk was going to be in there
Hmm.
and that it kind of they kind of leaned on that and didn't really give us too many big special moments
Yeah.
aside from seeing them in the ring together. But not to say that it wasn't good. It was good. It wasn't great. I thought the women's elimination chamber was great. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I agree.
so yeah, 4 out of 5.
Um, I would give it a 4.25 just because of the nostalgia factor.
Hmm.
I mean, just having like it was almost one of those, what fucking year is this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Moments, and I just thought that was really cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that, it was definitely a 4. And yeah, I agree with everything you said, Ryan. The women's was just way. It seemed, well, I mean, it seemed more impactful and important because we
hmm
already knew that at this point, if Cena wants to be or is expected or planned to be at WrestleMania, this is it.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so I mean, if they weren't going to have Cena win this, there's what's the fucking point?
Right.
yeah,
I
right.
You know?
I agree. I mean, it could have gone one of two ways for me. So with the way that I had fantasy booked Cena and his whole farewell tour is
Right.
that he was going to keep missing the ring at
Hmm.
every PLE
hmm
See, that's
until
what I
about
was. That's one of the things I was thinking too. But
that he was going to keep missing the ring at every PLE until about the second to last PLE before his retirement, where
hmm
he'll
hmm
win a strap and then hold it until the next one, until his last PLE, drop it to whoever right off
Mhm.
into the sunset.
Right.
But that didn't happen. He won, and
Mhm.
then we figure out what happens. Why he wins.
Right.
So because right after this match, we get Cody Rhodes coming out to answer The Rock to see if The Rock
Mhm.
gets Cody Rhodes' soul.
Yeah.
And then
Wild Cena's still in the ring.
yeah, while Cena's still in the ring, so he goes over there. Cody Rhodes comes out, and then The Rock comes out with Travis Scott
Travis
for
Scott.
some weird
Yeah,
ass.
Random as
what does
fuck.
is there
Like,
is there any
yo, I think Travis Scott is like a super duper wrestling fan.
He is, and he's got a
And
contract with WWE for
yeah,
something.
he's actually doing work with them. Like it's so they're just
Okay.
letting him have a
like
blast.
did he
Like
did he do a theme song for
he's
PLE
done a
or
couple, I think. Like
okay.
I
Yeah.
think he did like the first the when Raw went to Netflix,
Uh-huh.
he did a song that was specifically like for that. And
Gotcha.
then that's the thing. And then they've been playing that other stupid ass song every WrestleMania advertisement. The
Oh,
one
sure.
that's like
Okay.
bing. Yeah, that stupid shit. They keep playing that. And I like Travis Scott, but I hate that fucking song.
Yeah.
I hate that song. That song is so stupid. My daughter sing that song. Like I'd be like, please shut up. Like please shut the fuck up. But yeah, so they just letting him have a blast. And
Yeah.
he came out there like he was fresh from the Illuminati party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit was crazy.
Dude, and I told Eddie this. I was like, bro, his head or the Rock's bicep is as big as his fucking head.
That's Travis
Yeah.
Scott's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott,
Like
for real.
like that is fucking wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So he comes in, he's like, all right, am I going to embrace you as my brother? Are you going to be my champion? And he starts off by saying that he wants it all, and that his soul that his soul doesn't belong to him anymore. But in that typical baby face swerve, he's like, it belongs to this ring, it belongs to
Mhm.
these people.
Yeah.
In so many words, go fuck yourself. And he
Which
said
was
the fuck.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah. And they just let it and they let that rock all the way. You
Yeah.
heard that clear. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Oh yeah. No one said anything
whoa.
for like a good few seconds.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Okay.
And then we get Cena. Cena's like, yeah, I knew it. That's my dog, and I hugs him,
Yep.
and he looks Rock dead in his shit, and Rock
Mhm.
does the cutthroat motion,
Wow.
and
Which was
Wow.
weird because he kind of went like this.
Yeah, he
like
went-
Yeah.
up his like face.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they start beating the shit out of him. Even Travis Scott got into it a couple.
Travis
Well,
Scott
and
started
of course,
Travis Scott
and
lit up Sage in the corner. And
Yeah, he's like,
well, and
like,
in
what the fuck is about
classic
to happen? Like,
heel fashion, Cena hits him first in the nuts.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got to start off.
yep.
That's
Yeah,
the starting
yeah,
point.
you
You can't.
automatically got to kick him in the
Yeah,
balls. Like
100%.
it's like if you turning heel, the first thing you have to do, it's like almost like an unwritten rule. You got
Yeah.
to kick them in their nuts, bro.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and Eddie, we had talked about this before, but you were all in on Cena's going heel,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I refused to dare to dream.
Yeah.
Like I wanted
Yeah.
it so bad. I wanted it so bad, but like,
I was like, it'd be
I
fucking dope.
refused. I
Yeah.
refused to like. I mean, we talked about it, yes, but like, I refused to let myself believe that
That it could
WWE had the
happen.
balls
Yeah.
to do that.
No,
Yeah.
I told
Well,
both of you, I was like, watch Cena
Yeah,
turn heel.
he said it. He
Well-
said me and Eddie was texting back and forth, and he said like, and this is what I was saying. I might have said it earlier too, but I was literally I saw that and I was like still trying to kind of pay attention to what was going
Yeah.
on the screen at the time. And he said that, and I kind of looked at that, and I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting." But nah, like
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Ain't no
'Cause as
fucking way.
the second that he came back,
Mhm.
Eddie and I were talking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I so wanted to believe that they would have the fortitude, the testicular fortitude
Yeah.
to have Cena go heel in his final run.
Yeah.
yeah, it's lit.
And
It's
and
lit.
but I didn't believe they would. I
I didn't
never,
either. I didn't
yeah, I
think they
never
would.
had faith
I
that
didn't
they
think they would do
had
that.
the balls to do that.
he
But
also like because he would like answer people's questions, and he also would like swerve people and be like, nah, you know what I mean, that's not me, that's
Hmm.
not my character. I'm
yeah,
John Cena, and that's how
Yep.
I'm gonna
yeah,
fucking
But of
burn.
course, like, what better way to
I'm
swerve
I'm
people
so
than to
here
say
for
it than
it.
to play all that? Yeah,
Oh man.
I love this. Like, this is great because number one, completely unexpected. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
in
Oh,
in 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 a in a time where, I mean, there's been many years of pro wrestling.
mhm.
It's almost kind of hard to swerve people at this point.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That
and
when
especially,
you've seen damn near everything.
yeah, oh yeah.
You
Well, and
know,
especially with who Cena has been,
right,
what his public persona has been, what
right,
WWE has hyped him to be, um, in terms of like, I mean, this dude, not even just in terms of wrestlers, but this dude has fulfilled more Make-A-Wish wishes than anyone, period.
yep,
Like just that fucking beautiful wholesomeness. And so I didn't think they had it in them. I
Yep.
didn't think
yeah.
WWE had it in them to give his final run,
The ultimate heel turn,
not
bro.
not just not gravitas, but just the attention that it deserved. Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, come on, with the way Hogan was for as long as he was, I didn't think that they would do it. I didn't
Yeah.
think they would do it.
Hmm. No.
And
And
I was very pleasantly surprised. I'm so
yep.
excited.
No,
yeah,
it is a new era for John Cena, and I am fucking here
yeah.
for it.
I love it, man. I love
Hmm.
it.
Well, and I told,
I
oh, go
think
ahead.
it's great. I think it's because, what other way to make this shit memorable? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
to make
Exactly.
Mhm.
your farewell tour
Yeah, yeah.
memorable,
Oh,
and
yeah.
go to the complete other end of the spectrum
Hmm.
that you've been, like you said, Derek, all those things, the
Hmm.
humanitarian shit, the public persona for years.
Yeah.
John Cena was the guy, and I can see him, like, when this happening. I can see how, you know, he can revert back to a time where
Hmm.
he was the WWE poster child, the mascot, the golden boy, but he was, because he was doing the work, but the people felt like he was so polarizing at the time, and people were
Hmm.
booing him and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when so I can see him going back to that and being like, there was a time when, I did everything. I was the this and that for this company, and y'all booed me. Like,
Oh
I can
man, the
see him bringing that
You
possibilities.
know,
type of
you
shit
know
up.
what though?
Like, it's
I just had a thought. Like I just had a light bulb. Um, I think that they probably thought it was gonna be fine because the people. So Cena, right? In his whole career, in his whole heyday, I mean, it's been the younger fans who have always been Cena heads.
Mhm,
Those younger fans are now older.
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
So that totally makes sense that WWE is not as worried
right,
about making sure he stays a babyface.
right.
And I was talking about this to Eddie. Uh, Shit, I don't know. It's been a while. But I was wanting him to bring back the Doctor of Thugonomics. I don't think that's gonna happen based on tonight.
No,
Nah,
I
no.
think
I
it's
can't
going to
see
be
that.
more like a cross between ruthless aggression and corporation sort
Yeah,
of,
It's
I think
corporate Cena. This
it's
is corporate
Undertaker
Cena.
corporate
corporate.
Cena,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
movie star,
yeah.
the
Hmm.
that guy. Like,
Exactly.
you're
But
gonna
God,
get that side
I
of it.
wish it was the Doctor of Thugonomics. I really wish that.
Nah,
But
I don't know, man, because the Doctor of Thugonomics was, I feel like it was great
it was
where
so
it was
good.
at, like, at
Yeah.
the time. Like,
No,
Yeah.
that's true.
I I
It
think
wouldn't
at
really play
I don't
today.
think it would be as good today.
Yeah,
Like, it would,
that's true.
but back then, like, and back then, you can say so much other shit that you can't say now.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
see
Yeah.
like if you go like back and hear some of it, I was like, God damn, like, he was saying
Yeah,
that's
damn.
borderline.
true.
Like that will get you out of here today.
Yeah, oh
That's
yeah.
Like
true.
if you
That's
say
true.
that, like so it's like I don't think
Yeah.
it would be.
Well, and that's funny because like the second that 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 Cody Rhodes said fuck, what was it? It was less than a minute and a half later that Cole said shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
you know,
He sure did. I was like,
which
whoa,
I
yeah,
was
I
like,
like this.
God damn, we're
I
out
like
here.
this. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
let's
it.
do it. Let's
I
do
like
it.
it.
Netflix
But it's
era.
but they haven't been like overdoing that though.
Yeah, agreed.
No,
You know what I'm
I do
saying?
like that. I like the measured approach. Almost it's kind of
Just
like a
like a
blading,
sprinkling,
like a
yeah.
blading
Yeah.
approach.
Every now and then, like, yeah, we'll
Like we'll
drop it in
throw it in
there.
here when it's important, but
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
we're not going to
because
overdo
that
it.
because that if go fuck yourself is way more impactful. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hearing it that way.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? And I think the fact that it is being the Netflix era, that they not just running to just go crazy
Well,
with
yeah,
the
because
with the
you paint
cussing and
yourself in
all
a
of that.
corner.
Yeah.
Right?
If you set up this baseline of constant cursing and obscene gestures and
Yeah,
whatever, you paint
exactly.
yourself into a corner because where do you go after that?
Yeah,
Right.
agreed. Agreed.
Right. Yeah, it's like it's not gonna go over the same way that it went over, 20
Right,
years ago,
Agreed.
right.
during the Attitude
Like an
Era.
X chop, that's meaningless now. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
fuck you that it was 20
not at
years
all.
ago.
Yeah.
Not at all. And other wrestlers is doing like a bunch of other wrestlers do that anyway. It just in the middle of matches, and it's just kind of
Hmm.
like part of the thing now. It's not even
Yeah,
yeah. So um, but anyway, yeah, crazy swerve. I fuck with it.
I
Yep.
I'm
love
I'm
it.
here.
Love it.
I'm here for corporate Cena.
Yes.
I want to see because I know like he can tap into shit
Hmm.
and be like the biggest dickhead. I know he
Oh,
can.
Oh yeah.
and
I know he can do it.
all wrestlers claim that it's easier to be a heel than it is to be a face.
Oh,
So
Right.
easy.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and granted, I mean, easier, yes, but I also feel like it's easier to be lazy about it
mhm.
Right. Right.
and phone
Yeah.
that shit in.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that Rock is now kind of the authority
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I mean that just that to me that opens up so much more
It adds an
because
extra
Yeah.
layer for
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
especially
Yeah.
because like knowing and this is such a cool thing in my opinion about the intersection of yes there's kayfabe but also there's so much interconnectivity in terms of like we know what's real and what's part of the story
Right.
is
Right.
that like Rock tries to go out beyond WWE and is successful, yes, but also kind of gets his ass handed to him
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
terms of DC, right? Like
Yeah.
Hmm.
he's feeling too big for his britches, tries to pull his weight and gets his ass handed to him, but in terms of WWE, like he is the big dog.
Yeah.
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 No,
Sorry,
it's
Roman
really
Reigns. You know,
it's really like that. That dude, The Rock calls the shots, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And so it's really cool to kind of like
yeah,
play
and
that.
you know what it is like. It's kind of like he's offering kind of like the Vince McMahon character at the moment.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you can't have the actual one because he's in the BBCs and shit like that.
Well, and I feel
You
like
know.
his failures elsewhere
Hmm.
actually lend to that.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. That makes sense what you're saying. Like yeah, like it adds to that. It feeds that
Yeah.
character.
Like he's the
Yeah,
fish that failed in the bigger pond, but he came back to the smaller pond where he
where
is
he owns
top
it.
dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with you there. Cool.
Well, that's the end of the PLE. PLE as a whole, my rating, I'm gonna go 5 out of 5. I think this uh premium live event was the best showing in WWE history for the last maybe few years.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost say the last decade. I agree. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm with you. As a complete show, five out
Because
of
I mean,
five, man.
if the worst showing that we had in the PLE was solid AF, which it was.
Hmm.
I mean, how is
Yeah,
the entire show not a
yeah.
5?
Yeah.
That's rare. That's rare that that happens.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that. So it's like, yeah, I have to give respect and credit where it's due. They busted their ass on this one
Hmm.
Agreed.
to make it a great, memorable event. Like people are gonna remember this shit forever. Like there's fans watching this shit right now, kids probably like that are gonna be like, wow, like we saw John Cena, who I know, even if they're like young, they at least know the name.
Hmm.
You know, they saw him beat up their hero, Cody Rhodes, because he's become that to kids now. You
Mhm.
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
maybe not on that level yet, because
He's rising.
that's a far, but
He's
he's
up there.
he's
He's
up
on his
there. He's
way.
getting there, and that's gonna stick in their brains. You know what I'm saying? Like that's yeah. They went
Hmm.
out their way to make this something, not just an elimination chamber, leading up to WrestleMania. So we're just doing this to get to WrestleMania.
Yep.
Like they made it actually part of because I felt like in past
Everything
years they've
about
done
this
that.
goes into everything going forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
Agreed.
felt
Like
like in the
and
past
not
years,
just in the next year, but
yeah,
decades to
right.
come.
And I just want to say real quick, like I feel like in the past years they've just used the Elimination Chamber as kind of like a filler
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
before
feel that. I
WrestleMania,
feel
and
that.
not and didn't use it as you know the a way to catapult the stories
Hmm.
to into WrestleMania.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
consequential.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just like I think they killed this. Toronto, I mean, great crowd. I mean, always is. When they go there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they did an awesome job, man.
Hmm. I agree.
Well, yeah. Well, that's our wrestling review. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you agree with us. If you think we're fucking stupid or something. Like, let us know. We'd love to interact with you.
My fucking asshole or what?
Look, I'm drunk, so
Yeah, probably won't even care. Yeah,
We'll reply to
I'm
everyone.
stoned. I'm stoned, so I probably won't give a fuck what you say either. Like, I'll look at it and I'll be like, ah, you probably
look,
ain't it.
when I'm sober,
I'm not either of those things, so I'm vulnerable to feeling self-conscious.
when I'm
Yeah,
sober, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. So
Right,
yeah.
it's true.
I don't care what anybody says, regardless. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, sober and Cali sober,
right.
whatever.
As always, you can follow us on social media.
on Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Blue Sky and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
Or you can catch us on TikTok at Nerdcore Podcast. And since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little bell icon. We'd love to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's the best way you help us do that. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcore podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that's the best way to help us do that. So, from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, we love you, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
Stay safe.
Hey!